Hello everybody, welcome to this week's Tea with E. I hope you're all doing okay and you've had a great week, whatever you've been up to. My week has been okay. Well, you'll be able to see how my week went because tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock I have my very first weekly vlog coming up. Yes, so many of you guys commented on last week's video and said yes to a weekly vlog, so I did it and I did my first weekly vlog. So it goes from Monday through to Thursday, so you'll be able to see how my week went. But in summary, I'm a little bit weary and I think I probably chose completely the wrong week to start my weekly vlog, but I think it all boils down to going back to work after having a week off. And I know it was only a week, but it felt like so much longer because we crammed so much stuff in. And so on Monday I was like, yeah, I'm ready for it, I'm ready to go back into routine. Tuesday, no, I wasn't ready for it. Wednesday, Thursday, it just kind of went a bit downhill. But Friday, well, that's in the weekend vlog, but Friday, Beauty and the Beast came out. Yes. Who has been to see Beauty and the Beast? Let me know in the comments. Don't spoil it for people that haven't. I'm not going to spoil it for people who haven't, but it's amazing. Yes, absolutely loved it. I'm going to go back in the week because Mum wants to go and see it, so I'm going to go with Mum so I get to see it twice. I'm excited. Anyway, moving on. Today's video is going to be my long-awaited Q&A. Yes, I've been saying I'm going to do a Q&A for about 20 million years now. No, I just checked on my Instagram and I posted a picture saying ask me anything, I'm going to do a Q&A on the 8th of April. That long ago. So I'm really sorry if you asked a question all that time ago, but I'm finally getting around to doing it today. So because I have 60 questions, I'm going to split this into two. So I'm going to answer 30 questions today, try answer 30 questions, and then the following 30 I will answer next week. So without further ado, I have my questions. Let's get started with the Q&A. So question one comes from VixMix. I'm new to your channel, so maybe I've missed this. How did you and Chris meet, fall in love? Also, what are the main differences you can tell between America and England? I'm curious. Grocery shopping, food, chocolate, things like that. Okay, so me and Chris, we actually did a video on how we met, how we got engaged, all that kind of stuff, probably about a month ago now. I will leave the link to that below if you're interested, so you can find out the whole story rather than me spilling it out today. So I'll leave that video below. And differences between America and England. Personally, I find chocolate completely different between England and America. I'm not a fan of the Hershey bar at all. What else? TV. I think sitcoms are completely different. I think comedy, American and English comedy, is completely different. I love American sitcoms. I can sit and watch them all day. Things like Friends, Frasier, Raymond, all that kind of stuff. I love all that. Our sitcoms are very different. Things like Only Fools and Horses or Miranda or Mrs. Brown's Boys, it's all very slapstick. And I don't know whether that translates very well in America. But yeah, that's what I think personally are the main differences for me. Okay, the next question is from Shani16 and it is, how do you have so much confidence? I've gained weight and since my confidence is gone, I would love your advice as I value your opinion. This is such a broad question. I feel like I could talk about this for like an hour on several different topics of confidence and how to work on confidence in different areas. It doesn't just happen overnight. I have never been, like, some days I'm not confident. I think it's just like you're never going to be confident all the time. But for me, I touched on this when I talked about confidence and clothing and stuff. For me, I found that when I discovered plus size blogging, plus size fashion, things like that, that really built up my confidence because I was looking at women like, oh, she's about the same size as me and she's rocking that outfit. If she can rock it, so can I. So I think it's about looking around. Go on the hashtag plus size bloggers or plus size fashion, see what's out there. The fashion is so much more broader these days that it doesn't matter what size you are, you can rock an outfit and still feel confident. So I think that it's about working on, if you work on the outer shell and start to feel confident in yourself on the outer, then you can start working on the inner, if that makes sense. I know that's quite a vague answer, but it's so broad, and like I say, I've never been always confident. So for me, as a start, I would start looking at plus size fashion, look at your wardrobe, assess what works for you, what doesn't, what shows off your curves, shows off your best bits, your best assets, whether you love your arms or your legs, or just like show off something that makes you feel good, and then all the pieces will start to fit together with everything else. I hope that kind of makes sense, but like I say, I could go on about this for hours. The next question is from Mystic Loz. We're a similar age. Did you watch Dawson's Creek back in the day? Hashtag Team Pacey. Yes, I did. I loved Dawson's Creek, absolutely loved it. Also, I used to watch My So-Called Life. Who used to watch that with Claire Danes and Jared Leto? Oh my God, I feel like I want to watch that all again. But Dawson's Creek, loved it. I used to be Team Dawson, but then he started to get on my nerves, and then I was more Team Pacey because he was more of a bad boy, and I cried my eyes out when Jen died. Oh my God. But yes, Dawson's Creek all the way. The next question is from Izai96. I hope I said that right. What's your routine to staying motivated if you have one? I don't really have one, to be honest. It depends on what you mean, like motivated in terms of work, in terms of my blog, my vlog. If it's to do with my blogging or doing YouTube, staying motivated for me is making sure that it doesn't interfere too much, if that makes sense. So I'll do my vlogging and stuff, which is fine. It doesn't matter if you whip out a camera and all that kind of stuff, because that's just living in the moment. Editing, I always make sure that I do my editing when Chris has gone to bed, so it doesn't interfere in our time, if that makes sense. So yeah. The next question is from XO Angela 82XO. Are you still doing Couch to 5K? If so, how are you finding it? I'm struggling in the cold. In answer to that question, no, I'm not doing Couch to 5K anymore. I kind of give up. Yes, I know. I started doing it and I was quite enjoying it, and then I hurt my knee, then I got a cold, and then something else happened, and I feel like I am making excuses, but I kind of felt like I wasn't enjoying it. Running's not for me. I kind of feel that other stuff is for me. Running is not for me, so I kind of give it up. The next question is from Sonia E _ favourite winter accessory. Winter? I suppose I did ask this in February, so it was pretty cold then. Probably a scarf, I would say, is my favourite winter accessory. Next question is from Ali XXB. If you didn't have the job that you have now, what would you want to do for work? I don't know. I think I've always said that I would like to open some kind of dog's home or something, dog shelter, maybe a dog kennel or something. But then I always worry that I'd get really attached to every animal that comes in, and I'd just be like, no, you can't rehome it because it's mine. Something to do with animals, I think. I'm such an animal lover that I think it would have to be something to do with that. The next question is from Amy Louise Owen X. How did Chris propose to you? He proposed on Christmas Day. Like I said in the first question, I have done a video of how we met and how we got engaged and all that kind of stuff, so it's down there in the description below. The next question is from Louisa Serentina. Oh, that's a nice name, Louisa Serentina. How come you stopped Couch to 5K? Did you do a race, or are you aiming to do a video? And will you do a what I eat in a day video? Oh, that's like 3 questions in one. Well, I've just answered that I stopped doing Couch to 5K. I didn't do a race. And will I do a what I eat in a day video? Probably not. I have touched on this in terms of Slim World and all that kind of stuff. I don't mind doing like my meals and things in my vlogs, but I'm not going to do a what I eat in a day video, stuff like that. It doesn't really appeal to me. The next question is from Becky Smith 93. If you had a day to do anything you wanted with no consequences, what would you do? Wow. Wow, what would I do? If I had a day where I could do anything with no consequences, I would go shopping. I would go shopping, like supermarket sweep. I would get a trolley, take it to Harrods and raid the handbags and the jewellery. Oh my God, some of the jewellery that's in Harrods, you know when you see it and it's like, this necklace is £250,000. I'm like, what? That's like the price of a house. I would seriously, if I could have no consequences, I would do a supermarket sweep in a high-end store. That's what I would do. So the next question is from Heather_2208. What is your day job and what do you love about YouTube? My day job is I just work in an office, sales admin in an office. And what do I love about YouTube? I love how you can look back at all the memories. So I mean, I still look back at my New York vlogs, I still look back at my Vegas vlogs, and I love that it can document your life, so you can always look back, you know, like when you've got pictures and you look back and go, oh yeah, that was a great holiday, da da da. I love that we've got the video of it so we can actually watch it. So I think that's what I love most about YouTube, and also the friends that it's given me as well. The next question is from Chelsea_K. Where would you love to travel to? Money doesn't matter. You can go anywhere. And would you ever think about living in a different country? Oh, where would I like to travel? I would love to, on my list of places that I really want to go to, I really want to go to Iceland and I really want to go to Lapland. They're like two of the places, and Paris and Amsterdam. There's so many places I'd like to go to. However, me and Chris have said, we've always said, Chris would like to go back to Vegas for his 40th. Vegas. And I would like to go to Iceland for my 40th, just to experience the Northern Lights and going in the Blue Lagoon and all that kind of stuff. I just think it's quite magical there. And then I'd love to go to Lapland, maybe like in years to come when we've got kids and stuff, maybe go to Lapland. We're going to Florida next year for Kim's wedding, which I'm very excited about, so that will curb the whole inner child Disney magicalness next year. But yeah, there's so many places I would like to go to, but on my list for me, Iceland is high up there. The next question is from Mama for Zoe. Hello Zoe. Okay, the first question, has she put 2 questions? No, she's put 1. It's just lots of text. Her question is, when are you moving up north? I wish. Do you know what? I love living where we live. I love living in the country, and it's very nice here, and like pace of life here is quite, you know, it's not stressful or anything like that. But I do miss, I've said this before when I've said about how I feel lonely and all that kind of stuff. Most of my friends are up north, so it's really tough. And if I could move up north without any complications, I would. But sadly, we have a house and I have a job, and so we have to stay here. But I miss you, Zoe. I miss you. I miss all of my friends up north. The next question is from Gabriella_DX. Hello Gabriella. We met Gabriella in, was it House of Fraser we saw you in Meadowhall, or was it Debenhams? I can't remember, but we saw her at the Charlotte Tilbury counter because me and Kyla were looking at the lipsticks and Gabriella came over. So hello. She has asked what our favourite restaurant is in New York, and she's in New York at the moment because she's tweeted me earlier on, and I'm like, oh, I'm so jealous. My favourite restaurant, without a shadow of a doubt, is Ellen's Stardust Diner, because it's dinner and a show at the same time, because all of the staff are performers, so they sing for you, do a little dance, all that kind of stuff. So I love it in there. So the next question is from Nancy Sal, and her question is, my son and I are coming to London this summer. Where would you recommend for tea? Ooh, tea is in dinner, I presume. That's what you're saying. There's so many places you can eat. It depends on what you like to eat, to be honest. But for us, if ever we're looking for somewhere to eat, we always gravitate towards Leicester Square, because that's where the main places are. Piccadilly, Leicester Square way. So you've got like TGI's, you've got Bubba Gump, you've got Pizza Hut, you've got Wagamama's, you've got like little independent ones all down like the little side streets down there. It really does depend on what you fancy and what you like, but I would definitely head for Leicester Square way, Piccadilly way for the restaurants and stuff. The next question is from Nemo_2301. Do you have any tattoos, and if so, what is the meaning behind them? Yes, I have 3 tattoos. I have one on my back of a sun, which I got when I was 18. It has no meaning at all. It was one of those ones where I went, I want a tattoo, and I just went on the board, I'll have that one. I do kind of regret it actually, but I can't see it, so it doesn't bother me. I have this one here, which you probably would have seen. So I have 4 stars on my wrist. I have 3 blue ones and 1 pink one. And the meaning behind them is the 3 men in my life and the woman in my life. So the 3 stars for boys are my husband, my brother and my dad. And then the pink one is for my mum. And then I have 2 stars, just like these ones, on the back of my neck, and they represent my grandmas. So yes, they're the tattoos that I have. Okay, the next question is from Alice Kathleen B, and there's quite a few questions on this, so I'll try my best to be super quick. It says, I have loads. What's your dream holiday destination that you've never been to? Iceland, I answered that earlier. What are you most excited about for this year and why? I'm most excited for my Kos holiday with Chris, because we haven't had like a beachy holiday for such a long time, so I'm very excited about that. What's your favourite outfit to wear in the spring and summer? Oh, probably in the spring and summer when it gets hot, I tend to gravitate to black cami tops and harem trousers. And then the last question is, what is Chris's job, as I know he works crazy hours? Is he a security guard maybe? No, he's not a security guard. He's a driver, so he's a delivery driver. So yeah, that's what he does. But because he drives a lot in London, he leaves really early to beat all of the traffic. So that's why he works crazy hours. So yeah, he's a driver. Okay, the next question is from Cheval Etty. What is your favourite thing to do and worst? Oh, that's quite broad, isn't it? Favourite thing to do? Favourite thing to do is probably spend time with Chris, because we don't get enough time together, like weekends, and then we have like a couple of hours in the evening, and then he goes to bed so early because of work. So I really do enjoy the time that we spend together. And my worst thing to do, ironing. I hate ironing with a passion. It's my worst thing. So yes, that's my worst thing. So the next question is from Fiona Likes to Blog. Hello Fiona. Her question is, what did you want to be when you were younger? I really wanted to be a music journalist. That was my dream job. I had visions of me being like an editor at Smash Hits or something like that. I really wanted to do that and pursue a career in journalism. And I went to college and I studied it all, and then life just happened. So my dad passed away when I was 18 and I went off the rails a little bit, gave up my course, went out and got a proper job, and just life just happened, and so my dream kind of just faded away. But that's not to say that I don't regret the choices that I made at the time, because they were the right choices for me. And then we ended up here, and then I met Chris and everything like that. So I think that everything happens for a reason, but that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to pursue a career in music journalism, and I kind of feel like I've come a little bit full circle, if you like, because I really wanted to do that when I was like 16, 17, and now I feel like I'm pursuing what I really wanted to do with my blog and my YouTube and stuff. So I'm kind of doing it anyway, but in a different genre. But that's what I wanted to do. The next question is from Sophie.Ballantyne_. Favourite clothing brand? Well, if you hadn't have guessed, I'm quite a big fan of Yours Clothing. Yes, modelling Yours Clothing today. I love that brand. Other brands that I love though are River Island Plus. They are smashing it at the moment. I love Georgia Asda. Their stuff's pretty nice. And Quiz Clothing is a new one. I actually have some pieces that they've sent me to try on, and I'll do a little try on session for you on Friday. But some of their pieces have really surprised me. So yeah, but on the whole, I'd say 80 to 90% of my wardrobe is Yours Clothing. The next question is from Sweet Emma 82. What's the best date you and Chris have been on? Ooh, me and Chris don't really go on dates. I can't say that we get dressed up and go out on dates and stuff. One that I remember quite vividly though is probably we've been together for a couple of years, and we went to a really pretty Italian restaurant that's in the next town, and we haven't been back since. And I keep saying to him, I really want to go back to that restaurant because it was so pretty. So maybe if he's watching this video, maybe he'll take me one day. But that's one that sticks out in my mind. That it was I think it was Valentine's Day as well, and I got given a rose and stuff. So yeah, that's probably one of the best dates I've been on. The next question is from Laura Alice Elliott, and it is, do you see yourself in your current career forever, or is there something else you'd like to pursue? Well, I've been in my job for 14 years, so that's a really long time, and I do enjoy what I do. However, if doing something like YouTube or my blog, doing that full time came about, I wouldn't say no. If it gave me the same wage packet, I wouldn't be averse to that. But I don't see myself changing jobs or anything like that at the moment. I'm quite happy where I am. Like I said, I've been there 14 years, so that's a long time. I'm kind of part of the furniture now. But I mean, I'd love to do something else. Maybe when I've had kids and things, maybe I'd look to do something else, but I'm quite happy at the moment. The next question is from Emma31190. What are your most funny memories with Chris? Every day is a funny memory with Chris. We always do something funny. I can't think of one. The next question is from Dom and Deanne. I think I've said that right. Dom and Deanne. Do you miss the church bells at your old house? Yes, I do. However, sometimes we do hear them out in the back garden. The wind obviously carries the bell sound all the way through town, one end to the other, and I do hear them occasionally, but I do miss them being really loud because like they were right there in the garden. The next question is from Wendy070212. Have you ever been to Scotland for a holiday? Yes, we went to Edinburgh in like 2008. Absolutely loved it. Want to come back. It's on the list. The next question is from Miss_Tartan Ninja, and there's loads of questions here. First one is, are you a glass half full, half empty type of person? Does everything happen for a reason? Do you choose your destiny? If you won the lottery and you could give your money to your friends, would you let them go wild? And can you lick your elbow? Okay, let's try and answer those all very quickly. I am a glass half full kind of girl. I always try to look at the bright side of things. Does everything happen for a reason? I think yes. However, I think you can pick, like when she's put choose your destiny, you always have the right to choose what you want to do, whether it's right or wrong. But I think that there is kind of, everything does happen for a reason. If I won the lottery and I could only give it to friends, would I let them go wild or agree on their purchases? I would give them the money and say half of it you can go wild and do what you want, half of it invest in some properties or something so you're set up. And then can you lick your elbow? No, I can't even reach it. No. And then the last question of today, I've done 30 questions, my mouth is very dry now, is from Kim, very aptly. Kim, you've ended the video, and her question is, I would like to know, would you rather eat a plate of jelly deals or would you rather eat a teaspoon of poop? I would rather eat neither. I hate the thought of jelly deals. They make me go bleh. And poop, why would you want to eat poop? I would like to eat neither of those, thank you, Kim. Neither. I'm not even going to choose. Neither. So that's it. That's the end of today's part 1 of the Q&A. I hope you've enjoyed. Thank you for all of your questions. I'll be back next week with the other 30 questions. I think I need a drink after all that. My mouth is very dry. Anyway, I will wrap this up now. I hope you have a great week, and I will see you guys. I will see you tomorrow for the first weekly vlog. So I hope you enjoy it. I'll be back with Tea with E next Sunday. So yes, see you later. Bye.